AJ-A6S.
Hey, the warble's starting.
What's this?
Does my audio sound okay?
Nope, you're out of calibration. Go change the ref adjustment.
That's what I just asked Bill. Thank you.
Yeah, it's fighting it.
No wonder I couldn't understand what he said. It sounded like double talk. How you doing, Aaron? A6S.
Yeah, good evening, Bill. Yeah, we'll just keep chatting here, and he'll get it dialed in, and then we won't sound like we're underwater.
Yeah, I just kicked the amp on. That probably helped a little bit for you. Warmed up here. Anyway, anything exciting going on?
Oh, not much. Yeah, just another day in the office, and tomorrow I'm working from home.
That sounds good. You know, I got disappointed. My transformer showed up, and they didn't pack it good, and it crunched the terminal strip and scratched some of the wires right by where they come out of the core, the Teflon leads. The thing weighs about 60 pounds, so they didn't have it mounted down good enough.
What's the transformer for?
This antique Collins KWS-1 that I have. I set it in there just to see their dimensions are perfect. The bolts and everything line up. It's a custom-made transformer that Peter Dahl had all the specs for, and DigiKey, you can order from them. It's made by Hammond Transformer Company. Fits in perfect. All the leads go to exactly where they were and everything. But the trouble is, they crunched the way they packed it. It got loose. They use those stupid sheet metal screws, what I call them, for a fence or whatever, and to hold the thing down. And man, with something that heavy, you got to have something better than that. Aaron, go ahead.
Very good. Yeah, that doesn't sound like fun. Hopefully they can get that fixed for you.
Is this any better?
Yeah.
Yes.
Question, Aaron.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
What, are you going to go look at what value you set it? It doesn't really matter as long as you're somewhere in the middle.
No, down at the bottom after I made the adjustment and you guys sounded okay, it says sync to RF. Was I supposed to press that?
No, that doesn't do anything anymore. That's for the internal 10 meg reference, which gets removed when that mod gets put in.
Okay, roger that. All right, well, I'll see how this holds up.
It'll probably be screwed up when you go to 1296. Go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, roger. Anyway, I haven't checked this afternoon to see if DigiKey sent anything to me about what they want to do, Mike, so I have to go in there after we get done talking. Probably won't be for a couple of days, but I'm sure they're going to have to make another one.
You haven't checked your email? Imagine that.
Well, not since about 1 o'clock.
Just checking.
You don't check it constantly?
Bill?
Yeah, once a month.
That's about right.
Yeah, bad things happen if I don't check my email.
Yeah, bad or good, I want to know about them faster than not.
Yeah, I always have to remember when I go on vacation to shut my work email off, or otherwise I'll keep checking it.
Yeah, you put the on vacation notice on it?
Yeah, but I still got a bunch of automated stuff that comes in, but I set my phone so it only checks my email manually when I'm on vacation. So if I intentionally open the mail app, it will check it. Otherwise, it won't keep, because the problem is I look at my phone and I see the number down there on the bottom and I want to check it.
Yeah, there's a little bit of self-discipline.
Yeah, you always got to see what your coworkers are screwing up while you're on vacation.
Yeah. Well, we used to be on call every 6 weeks for a week. So any time in the day or night, we'd have to take a phone call, literally.
Yeah, they don't expect us to be on call, but if the power goes out, I have to react. So it's one of these goofy things where we're not on call and we're not paid for it, but we don't want everything to just melt. So if something major happens, I'll find out about it.
Yeah, understood. Yeah, they expected us to be on call, and in fact, that's why there was 6 of us. That's why we rotated every other week for our given area. So that's just the way it was.
I expect you to be on call, Michael.
What?
I'm here.
Now.
Yeah, he wants to be able to call you.
Well, he has weird hours. I'm pretty much available when he does call.
Hey, just respond to him with an email.
There you go.
Good luck.
Bill's a night owl.
Yeah, so am I.
Better send it to our daughter if you want to email.
Yeah, and I'm on my summer schedule. I don't have to get up early in the morning and drop kids off, so I'm usually up till midnight, 1 a.m. at least.
Right on, man.
They're in the Central School District?
Yeah.
So when do they start back up?
Let's see here. I'm working, what is it? I'm taking a vacation week in like 2. So I have like next week, and then I think it's the second week of August. I think it's like the 11th, because I'm taking the first full week of August off, so I can have it off before they all go back to school.
Okay, well that's good. Yeah, it seems like it was a little bit earlier than when I used to go to school.
Well, Central, they're closed for 2 weeks for spring break. It's ridiculous. So so they still have to have the mandated number of hours and days per year, but then they take a week off for Thanksgiving and like 3 weeks off for Christmas and 2 for spring break, and your summer ends up being 2 months.
Okay, so they just chopped it all up.
Yeah, it's not as bad as being in an all-around school, but it's getting close to that. I think if they ever forced us to go to year-round around here, all the school districts would laugh because of all the air conditioning costs.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Well, that's why they're all putting in the solar panels over the parking lots, right?
Yeah, that, and I think PG&E was paying for part of it.
Oh, okay.
Which means we were paying for it.
That's right.
Do like they did when I went to school. You're lucky if you even had a fan in the building.
Yeah, my elementary school had one of those systems where it would make like a ginormous ice cube at night, and then it would spend all day blowing air over it, and there was a couple days where the power went out and the system wasn't able to cycle overnight, and you wouldn't have cold air the next day.
Yeah, that's a chilled air system. Yeah, they do that a lot for milk places. I know what you're talking about.
Good evening.
They're great as long as you have power.
Roger. Good evening, Mikey. A6S 800.
Yeah, good evening. I've got you in here already. I got 727 and 1079 and 1100.
Roger. K6USY.
Good evening, Mike.
Good evening, Mike.
KG6 Charlie Echo Fox 982.
982. Good evening, Daryl.
Good evening.
So how did you guys do on a cool day?
I didn't do much of nothing, to be honest.
I didn't do anything today either. Well, I did weed eat it for about an hour, but it was at the end of the day. My day was kind of broken up in little pieces, and most of the time we were sitting there wasting time on the computer trying to find a frequency medicine solution for glaucoma or red light solution for glaucoma. And boy, oh boy, there's a lot of BS out there and a lot of peripheral crap. But boy, they don't make it easy to find.
Why wouldn't you be a candidate for a retina transplant?
Why wouldn't I be? Because they don't have them.
I thought that was something that they did.
I don't think so.
Okay, well, I've been watching too much TV.
Mike, is yours glaucoma?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't know if that was or something different.
Well, there's some cures in some cases for some types of macular degeneration, but that's not what I have. They're not related, other than they both affect your eyes and your vision. But some kinds of macular can be cured or slowed up or stopped, or in some cases even reversed. I've heard of complete reversals, but it's not that case for glaucoma. There's no known way to even stop it. They think they've got some things that slow it up a little bit. The red light at certain frequencies seems to have some effect, but I'm having trouble pinning down just what that effect is. The red light does reconstitute cells and make stem cells and all sorts of stuff, but it doesn't seem to have much luck with the retina cells. The best I saw was that red light treatment on some people in a glaucoma case could not improve your vision, but not make it get any worse for about a week.
Very interesting. Is yours considered the rare kind or the common type?
Well, I don't know which is which, honestly. There's wide-angle glaucoma, and then there must be narrow-angle glaucoma. I don't know that there's much difference except in which area of the retina that it attacks. In my case, my cells in the focal point have completely gone. Those cells don't function at all, but the cells all around the rest of the eye are functional. So I have peripheral vision, but I have blind spots right where my focal point would be. And they're slightly different from right eye to left, so that really gives you a funny little offset when you're looking at things.
Okay, understood.
I guess that's what they would call wide-angle glaucoma. But they wrote about it, but they didn't define it. You know, it sounds like, well, what does wide-angle glaucoma mean? I've never heard the term before, and I've only had this stuff for 20 years, and the word has never come to my ears, wide-angle glaucoma versus something else. So I don't know. The doctors don't go into much detail. They probably could if you really questioned them, but they probably figure it's so far over your head you're not going to understand it anyway. But I'd still like to have a shot at it.
Yeah, well, I noticed when Remington was doing my two eyes last few months, he's kind of short on the info.
Well, yeah, he's got a very tight schedule, obviously, and it's not for any other reason. I don't think he doesn't want to get into long discussions. Yeah, I think it's just and he's not an overpowering personality. He's down to earth, head down, bed up, and he does his job and walks out. That's it.
Yeah, I was talking to one of the nurses one day, and they on a slow day, which is a Monday, they do about 30, and Wednesday or Tuesday through Thursday they do anywhere from 40 to 50 a day.
Yeah, that's a heavy schedule, and then he has patients like me that goes in there and then at the actual office. And that goes on all day too. He does the operations up till about 10 in the morning, and then he heads into into the office, I guess. Anyway, let's see who else is in here.
Kilo 6, Victor Bravo Golf, 971.
Oh, he's out there where it's cool tonight. You're doing good now that it's a little cooler, huh, Dave?
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. Yeah, a little bit better. Plus, I got my fan going, so that helped.
Okay. We were talking about big fans earlier, weren't we? You weren't here.
No, I guess not. We used to have a really big fan at my work that was probably, 5 foot tall, a big round fan. That thing was just wonderful when it was on.
They buy those from BAF, big ass fans.
Exactly what it was. It was designed to put in front of a car when you put it on the dyno to keep it running cool.
I'll be darned.
It probably put out a 60-mile-an-hour wind.
I could do that even without a fan.
Me too.
Mine's all hot air, though.
Boy, make sure you used to blow all the dust and dirt out of the shop.
Just got to have a back door that you can open, huh?
Yeah. We used to blow it all out the front door, crossing islands.
Is AA6S.
AA6S, and that big fan would probably blow your toolbox right out the door if it had rollers on it. Go ahead, Bill.
No way.
I was going to say what Dave needs is a couple of real nice-looking native ladies with some of those big things like giant, whatever you call them, fanning him down there while he's sitting on the radio.
Yeah, feather fans.
I think his wife might have something to say about that.
Yeah, she might get a little upset.
They usually do.
Get a couple for her.
Yeah, I don't think that'd work.
If she had a couple of Hulk Hogan standing there fanning her, she'd probably be okay.
God rest his soul.
Yeah, she's sitting in front of the air conditioning watching TV right now.
Yeah, you're right on God rest his soul. He was a jewel, not to be replaced.
Ozzy Osbourne died too. How about that?
Yeah, and that's something. But Hulk Hogan was really in his own world. He was very kind. Did a lot of visits to hospitals, kid hospitals, and all sorts of stuff. He was quite a philanthropist.
Yeah. He was very into helping kids, and that was great.
Yeah.
Ozzy Osbourne was a big Trump supporter, believe it or not. He was at the inauguration. He was at a couple of the Trump rallies.
Oh yeah, we saw all of those. Unfortunately, the steroid use in his early days caught up with him. That's very typical of them guys that do lots of steroids. The heart gives out.
Oh yeah, Hulk Hogan. Yeah. I was thinking Ozzy Osbourne, with everything he's done, I'm surprised he lived as long as he did.
Yeah, well, he was doing the bad kind of drugs.
He was just preserved. Well, where is everybody tonight, Mike?
But they're hiding in the weeds. We're missing 704, I think, doesn't... I don't know. I guess Cherry doesn't usually check in here on 432. What else do we have in the San Joaquin Valley? We should have KB6RQU. We're looking for you, Rick. I got the antenna down that way. Hopefully you can hear me. KB6RQU, Bozo 61, K6MYC. You want to call him, Bill?
Yeah, I'll have to turn my antenna over in that direction.
Well, yeah, when you don't have to. You can probably hear you off the back of the beam. I talked to Ron last night. He said it's not likely he's going to be here, so Atascadero's out for tonight.
Yeah, Roger.
Where's Rob?
I'm over towards that direction where RQU would be. KB6RQU. KB6RQU. Where are you, Rick? AA6S, over. Or anybody else out there?
Yeah, he was in here last night on 2 meters complaining about the high desert QR Mary. So I thought I invited him, and he indicated he would try to be here. I think it's a matter of memory.
KB6RQU, KB6RQU, AA6S. It's a no-nothing, Mikey. I'm bringing antenna around towards Tom.
Yeah, I guess we're about ready to go that way. Did I hear a new check-in here? Was that you, Rob? Somebody said, "Where is Rob?" Okay.
That was me. I was asking what happened to Rob.
Yeah, I feel bad. Last night, Adam checked in, and I got him in here, but it was a bunch of other people all talking at the same time, and I forgot to get back to him. Hopefully, he wasn't insulted by that. Normally, he just goes back to the workbench and keeps working, but I did want to get him in and see how he was doing over there.
I don't know if I've heard him check in here before.
Yeah, he has the capability. The other one is still over at the beach, I guess, Ron KJ6TYO.
Yeah, he is. I talked to him on 40 meters. It's been a few days back.
Okay, well, I guess we'll try for Santa Cruz. Here we go.
KW6S, 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 AA6S, over. KW6S, KW6S, AA6S. United, KS6U there. KS6U, AA6S. Go ahead, over. Very good. Sounds good. Well, your Q5 here is the, whatever you call it, propagation gods must be helping. Anyway, let's see if Mikey's pointed towards your direction. K6MYC, AA6S, go ahead.
Yeah, AA6S, KW6 Sugar, K6MYC. Good evening, Tom. Well, where is he? Oh, it's not KW6S. Alpha Foxtrot 6 United. Go ahead, Lee. Well, I don't hear Lee either, so what's wrong here?
AS6U. Lee, you copy on Mikey, AA6S, over.
Drop down and drop out a little bit, but laser beam pointed
just say 7-3, everybody, and AA6S, AF6 United, back to net.
Are you turned the wrong way, or am I?
Mike?
Go ahead.
Yes, K6MYC, AF6 United. Let me give you a little bit of chatter there and see if you can rotate around and find the right direction there. But I am pointed in the direction that I am always pointed, and I don't think my antenna has moved at all. It hasn't rotated on the shaft, so I hope that's enough chatter for you there. K6MYC from AF6 United. Back to you.
Okay, well, I had already peeked on you. There's just no signal there tonight. It's kind of weak. Not your normal. So it's almost like you lowered the antenna or something. Over.
Yeah, no, I haven't done anything to the antenna system. I've been busy with other stuff, so I'm trying to get ready for the big tower to come in, but we'll see about that. Anyway, yeah, you're down. You're way down too. You're barely above the noise level yourself at this point. So, yeah, I'll just turn it back to you. K6MYC from AF6 United. Back to net.
I know what happened here. Somehow my sequencer, I must have bumped the switch sometime over the last week or so, and it put the put the antenna in the vertical mode. Is this better?
Oh, yes, much better, much better. You're about an S2 now, a little bit more than that, and very clear copy, as you would say, armchair copy, so very good.
Only S2, huh? You're a lot louder than that. I don't know what you're doing with the RS meter, but that's okay. Maybe you got the RF gain turned down.
Oh, I don't use an amp on this side. I don't have any kind of amplification. As a matter of fact, I usually leave the RF amp off because it brings up the noise just as much as it brings up the signal, so what's the use?
Well, that's true if you have noise. Okay, well, anyway, we've got you. Let's see, Mike, are you in here?
It's on the band, so I'll turn it on and see what happens when you come back to your next transmission.
Well, it doesn't matter. I'm not interested in the signal strength. That if it just started to make your S meter move, you are numb there. Let's see, Mike, are you copying Lee over there, AF6 United? Mike going down to work Ralph. AA6 Sugar, are you still here?
Yeah, Roger, I don't know what happened to Mike. Remember that Ralph can't turn his antenna, so Mike didn't have that direction. I don't know, he must be maybe above the inversion layer or something there. He's right at that altitude where who knows what goes on. But anyway, Lee is, he's 2.5 but not very strong.
Yeah, well, he's still got a fairly low antenna and low power, so it's not unusual. I think he's running, are you running a 9700, aren't you? So you got about 70 watts, don't you, Lee?
That's United, AA6S, over.
Actually, I think you guys had a nice big double there, but I think I copied both of you, believe it or not. And AA6S, Bill out there, I copy you quite well. I did turn on the RF amp, and you did come up considerably, and the noise did not come up. So I will use that in the future. And Mike, yeah, you came up considerably as well. I am only using an ST847, an old ST847. So I think on 70 centimeters, I'm at 50 watts, and that's what the meter says I'm putting out on the peak. So yeah, that's about where I top out. So I'm going to turn it back to Mike, K6MYC from AF6 United.
Okay, well, I know you've got your daughter there, so we'll let you go. Thanks for filling in for Tom tonight. And I think everything's okay on both ends here. We were going to get you to work. I don't know, Rob said he might not be here tonight, or he's got an Aries meeting. Sometimes he's duplicating. He's running two nets at the same time here. There's a local FM net on another band or on this band, so I don't know where he is. Quickly, Rob, are you here? Rob's not here. Mike, WA6AAJ, are you here? Oh, Mike. Okay, so we don't have anybody else for you tonight, Lee. 7-3, and we'll see you Sunday night there, sir. AF6 United in Watsonville area, K6MYC, 7-3.
AA6F and K6MYC, excuse me, my tongue got tied there. AF6 United, 7-3 everybody, and thanks for the contacts. Everybody have a good night. I'm cleared.
I hear KD6SOK in there. Good evening, Fred. Good 73, Lee. Let me go up a little bit for Fred. That should be better for you, Fred, but I'll peek up on your next transmission. KD6SOK, Cupertino, K6MYC. Go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, Mike. Yeah, it's a cool day here. I think it hit like 70 or 72 degrees today, so, and it's cooling off already again, so, and it was raining in Truckee today. It was just pouring down rain in Truckee, so it was pretty interesting. So we got rain in the community. Let's see, not too much else to report, just this nice and cool weather, which I really enjoyed. Hopefully you're doing okay. Back to you, Mike. 86, that's okay.
Yeah, well, it wasn't that cool here. We had about 89. They said it was going to be 89. I don't know what the real temperature was, but the weather prediction was for 89 today. It didn't feel quite that warm, but I didn't work outside very much today. I had a lot of interruptions, and then we had a customer, the customer that is behind this big 60-foot boom 6 to 20 log periodic, wanted to see it, so they brought him out. He flew out from the East Coast, and they brought him up here today, so that took up a couple of hours off and on at the end of the day. So I didn't get really started on much of anything. We did some computer searches and stuff like that for some frequency medicine potential, red light treatment stuff for see if I can slow up this blindness from the glaucoma that I have. We're looking for short-term cures or stoppages anyway, because I'm losing sight pretty quickly. Anyway, good evening to you, Fred. Hopefully you'll have a good weekend there, and it'll stay cool. It's supposed to stay cool until about Monday. Then it's supposed to warm up gently, but not terribly. So I don't think there's a huge heat wave coming, but it will get kind of back to quasi-normal. KD6SOK, Cupertino, K6MYC.
Very good, Mike. I hope you find a solution for the blindness. I hope it doesn't get any worse. All right, Mike, I'll see you at like 86.
WA6AXX, no traffic.
Okay. Hi, Ed. Hang on just a second. I hear Larry in there, N7 Whiskey Tango. So let me get him written in as well. Ed, 773 for you. And Larry won't hear me, but he's pounding away on CW there. But he doesn't have good ears. He's on CW, so he won't hear my sideband, I don't think. WA6AXX in the Bay Area, good to hear you. We missed the rest of the week with you, but I guess little by little you're getting the shack together there. A WA6AXX in the group, K6MYC, Bozo Net, 2432.
Okay, Mikey. Yeah, nothing much fun on here. Just a beautiful day, and just keeping busy. So playing with so I'm using ChatGPT and Anthropic Claude to develop some ham software. So that's my other ham activity these days.
I don't know what either one of those do. Are you talking through a phone or something?
No, they're artificial intelligence AI chatbots, but they write code, and they write really, really, really good code.
And what does the code do?
Oh, I'm playing with some DMR stuff, digital mobile radio, ham radio digital voice, and the Brandmeister digital voice network. So it's DMR, and it lends itself to lots of potential.
Yeah, you can check in without being there, huh?
No. In all seriousness, no. There's anyway. So I'm getting experience both with Brandmeister and developing some software with AI, and I haven't written a line of code. It's written tens of thousands of lines of code for me, so it's just mind-blowing.
Yeah, that is kind of mind-blowing, yeah. Well, I'm glad to see more and more people getting involved with AI. I'm past that. I can't see the computer, so the AI and the computer is kind of a useless tool for me. We did check into a website today. We were searching for a cure or a solution for some improvement to my loss of sight to glaucoma. So we typed in frequency medicine, either red light treatment or frequency treatment in your eyes for improvement of glaucoma and recovery of retina cells and stuff like that. And they came up with, this was on Google, and it came up with about 20 different sites, all of which were AI related. But it was really complex to get into it. You had to say, well, what is it that you actually want to know? We will look up articles for you, and then we will give you a recap of what's in the article. But first, you must sign up for RLT.home and and 60 other things that we could never figure out how to get into it.
Oh, well, yeah, I won't keep it here, and we could talk another time, but yeah, with ChatGPT, you can have natural language voice interaction with it. So you can just ask it a question, it'll tell you something, and then you can drill down on certain areas or ask it to elaborate. So totally eyes-free, honestly. Anyway, it's just amazing. Anyway, K6NYC, WA6AXX.
What's the basic website you're starting with?
Let's see, openai.com, I guess, would get you to where you could set up an account and then use a text-based chat bot, which can do more than just chat. It can like write code for you, a lot of code. And you can also use voice I/O, your microphone and speaker on your phone. To talk to it, and it'll just you can just have a long conversation, and it'll drill down wherever you want, elaborate, and yeah, you really should be aware of it.
I'm basically not clear on what you're saying. Drill down and have a long conversation with who?
Oh, in terms of if you're asking about, for example, your retina thing. And all these articles and stuff, well, you can just like have a conversation. You can have a conversation with it, and it has digested all those articles and everything else on the web, and you can just like talk to it and ask it questions, just like you would have a in-depth conversation with your doctor if you had such a doctor that would have an in-depth conversation with you.
You mean like calling him on the phone and talking to him?
Yeah, but you would have a conversation with a very knowledgeable artificial intelligence that would be your personal little doctor guy about anything, literally about anything.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's certainly worth looking into, and I know the company, huge company, OpenAI. And I've listened to interviews by the founder of that company, very, very big deal guy, and working with Trump and all that to get really stay on top of it and get AI in many different areas. So I'll look at openai.com and see if we can get started with that. We just got buried in complicated crossovers and. They use so much weird language, and then we had one website that had about 60 letters and terms and slashes and other stuff in it just to get to one particular article. Stuff like that is what you seem to run into, but maybe you can do it verbally and not have to deal with that. Anyway, thanks for the input, Ed, and I'll look into OpenAI and see what we can turn up there. We'll talk more. WA6AAXX K6MYC. Now we'll listen for others, but go ahead, Ed, with your final.
Yeah, not particularly as your vision is going downhill. It's just an amazing enabling technology. So check it out. I'd be happy to help you on the phone or whatever. K6MYC WA6AXX.
Okay. I don't know if I have your phone number anymore. Do you want to email me your phone number?
Yeah, I can do that. Yes.
Mike, K6MYC, all lowercase. Mike, K6MYC at protonmail.com.
Okay, got it.
Thank you. We're setting up a secondary computer in this room where I've got another computer here, and we're going to remove the old antenna design hardware and the legacy computer that we used for that, put it in another location, and I'll just move that computer in here, a modern computer, so I can do that right from here. All I have to just rotate my chair, and I could be in front of the other computer, so it might be handy to have that accessible. Thanks for the tip, Ed. We'll see you Sunday if you can check in. WA6AXX, who else do we have in the Bay Area for Bozo Net? K6MYC.
Kilo Alpha 6, Mike Zulu Echo.
AA6MZE. And a good signal from your little power station there I think you're in Los Altos, aren't you?
Oh yeah, I live in Cupertino, but I go field use in Los Altos here at my church, and right now I'm using a 15-element beam pointed at you.
Okay, give me your Bozo number for the log here and for the stream, over.
Okay, it's 1111 410.
Why do I have trouble remember that one? Couldn't be any simpler, could it? I guess it could if you only had 2 ones or 3.
Yeah, but how's the signal in relation to like last week? Because like I said, I'm on my 15-element beam right now.
Yeah, well, you're strong. I can't remember exactly, but it seemed like you were doing pretty well last week. Have you rotated the beam back and forth to peak on my signal?
That is correct, yeah. You're at about 091 from my location. So, azimuth-wise, and yeah, you're coming in real good right now, of course, on a beam here, but yeah, horizontally polarized 15-element.
Vertically polarized?
Negative, horizontally polarized.
Okay, and what's your power level and the name? Refresh my memory on the name. I can't bring it up.
Oh, no problem there, Mike. It's Phil, Papa Hotel India Lima.
Okay, Phil, very good. What's the power?
About 10 watts. 10 into the antenna.
That's what I thought. That's why I mentioned your high power bodacious station there. That's what I thought you were running. Anyway, no, it's doing good. 10 watts from up that way is a big signal down this way. So everything's working just dandy. And pleasure to have you in here. Sorry, I'll in another couple of weeks, if you keep checking in regular here, I'll remember all these details. Let's see. Were you able to? I'm sure you were able to copy Ed there. He's in Los Altos talking about AI. Did you copy that?
Oh yeah. Well, he's Los Altos. Yeah, I heard him quite fine. So I don't know where in Los Altos he is, but I'm up. Is he still on frequency?
Yeah, he's here, but he's up on the hill, so he's got almost line of sight to you unless there's some physical blockage. But he's up on the hill above Los Gatos. I think he's at about 1,500 or 2,000 feet, aren't you, Ed? Now he's going back to the computer, so he's probably listening but not here. Anyway, yeah, he's up high. He's got a really good location for VHF, over.
Okay, well that kind of makes sense, because yeah, he should be knocking my ears off here in Los Altos if that was the case. But so yeah, but you're coming in quite beautiful and great audio, and yeah, Rick here, by the way, is ICOM 475A that I'm running in the field right now, and it's dedicated 432 rig by ICOM. It was made several years ago. I'm sure you know it.
Yeah, but I thought they ran more than 10 watts, but maybe that was older when they did stop at 10 watts for several years.
Well, actually, what ICOM has done, I run ICOM rigs, the A is 10 watts and the H is 75 watts.
Ah, okay, that would explain it. I thought they had a high power version of it. Okay. Well, it sounds fine. I'm running 800 here, at least coming out of the shack into a pair of 40-element cross-polarized Yagis, so I can go vertical or horizontal very quickly. Just for fun, I'll do that for you so you can see it. Okay, there's vertical polarity. WA6MZE, K6MYC on vertical. And now I'm horizontal, over.
Yeah, so that is definitely useful in, the disparity between vertically polarized and the horizontally polarized. So, yeah, you were at F9 on horizontal polarization and what dropped to pretty much S0 on vertical polarization.
Yeah, that's kind of typical, particularly on our good paths like you and I have, almost line of sight here. Very good, Phil. Let you go. See who else is in here. Looking for WB6JNN and others in the Bay Area, and also W6PQL. K6MYC clear with WA6MZE, and standing by for other check-ins here on 432-100.
K6KLY out there, Mike, and Kilo Alpha 6 K6MZE, and so just check that.
Okay, KJ6, Mike Zulu Echo, is that it?
No, Kilo Alpha 6, Mike Zulu Echo, Kilo Alpha 6, Mike Zulu Echo.
Okay, it's K, not W. I was giving you a W. For some reason, I got a W in front of my brain. KA6MZE, got it, Phil, thanks much. And I hear two others in there. I hear you, Mike, KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie, and I also, of course, hear you, Russ. Stand by, Russ. Let me get the weaker one of you two. And we'll get Mike in here for just a second, and then we'll get it over to you there. KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie 775. Go ahead, Mike, over. Okay, you didn't stay long enough. I was trying to peek on you, but I must be awfully close now. You're not Q5 tonight on 432. It's Q4 with some QSB or Q5 at times, and then you drop down into noise. So a huge difference between 432 and 2 meters, and even you were better on 1296. So I'm not sure what the reasons is. Anyway, back to you, Mike, and let's see how you're copying me. KB6 Whiskey, Foxtrot Charlie, K6MYC, over.
Yeah, Mike, no copy on the radio, just on the stream, over.
Oh, well, then you got some serious problem, because I'm copying you on the radio, and that was Q5. So if you can't hear me direct, and you're having to go to the stream, you must have some terrible noise problems there, over. To your what is your S meter reading when I'm not talking? When just listening to white noise? What's your S meter say? Over.
I
Well, I've lost him altogether now, so I don't know what he's doing there. Anyway, over to you. Russ, K6KLY, K6MYC.
All right, good evening, Mike, K6KLY. Good evening, nothing new up here at all. I still have one of the radios out for ICOM to be repaired. When that comes back, it's going to put into satellite service. Yeah, you are going up and down by about 7 S units here with the QSP. Back to you, K6KLY.
Well, it's probably me moving the antenna back and forth. This is pretty much on you now, and the QSP should be less. You're quite strong here, of course. Okay, on ICOM radio. What was the model you're sending in for? Is it a crossband work 2 and 6? I mean 2 and 432 also?
Yeah, Roger. One of my 9700s bit the dust, and at the last, somewhere in the last part of the contest here a couple of weeks ago, and I finally boxed it up and sent it off to repair it over.
Oh, what happened?
It just won't come on, and I even went inside, took out all 28 screws, and checked the fuse that was inside, and it was good, so I put it back together and boxed it up and sent it off to them.
Yeah, boy, they seem to have quite a bit of quality control troubles. I don't know whether it's quality control or what it is, but quite a few of the guys that have gotten 9700, and I've had two that here have been flawless. I think we blew a preamp in one, but that was way back in the beginning, and we may have done that with some of our wiring here when we were getting set up for the nets. But other than that, I haven't had any trouble with my two, but other people have had myriad little issues. So hopefully it's not something that's going to destroy the product credibility. It'll be interesting to see what they say when they fix it there. Okay. Well, good to hear you anyway, and thanks for checking in and standing by. Just before we worked KA6 Mike Zulu Echo. Did you get what his Bozo number is?
Negative. I only heard the very end of that conversation, over.
Okay, well, he's got an interesting Bozo. He's an Los Altos with running 10 watts, but he's got a Yagi, a 15-element Yagi beam down this way, so he may be a little light for you, but I'm not sure. Depends on what your path is. But his number is, his Bozo number is 1111.
All right. Well, that's glad to hear I've got an extra digit thrown in for someone in Los Altos.
There you go. I don't know if he's still here. Mike, Phil, KA6MZE, are you still here?
Yes, I am, Mike, and I could just barely pick out KLY on you. Of course, I haven't moved my beams from your position, and so, yeah, but I'm hearing him.
Yeah, but he's running some power, I think. How much power are you running, Russ?
100 watts peak, over.
Do you hear anything at all from Phil?
I can tell he's in there, but about Q2, over.
Yeah, well, he's got 10 watts and you've got 100. So that's probably the difference. Anyway, he would probably hear you and he would be able to talk to you, no problem. But the beam is probably giving you 20, 25 dB front to back, so that ain't helping. I'm sure that maybe he could wiggle the beam just a little bit without losing any signal to me and find that there's a null error or a peak that he could get you out of. You want to try that? I'm going to get Russ to transmit for about 30 seconds, Phil, and maybe you can wiggle the antenna just a little bit, 5 or 10 degrees either side of center where you have it now, and see if he comes up out of the noise for you, over.
Okay, go ahead and try it out.
Okay, go ahead with that, Russ. Give us a 30-second transmission of what you're using antenna-wise, and the 9700, of course. I don't know what. Oh, you're running 100 watts, you said. Okay, go ahead, Russ.
All right, K6KLY. I moved the antenna a little bit more towards Palo Alto. See if I can peek up on him, but he's going to have to give me a call. K6KLY, go ahead.
He was going to spin around and see if he could find you, but he can give you a call, I'm sure. He's in you're in Belmont, right? I'm sorry, say it now. Say it again, Phil.
Yeah, I peeked him out, and I had to move it about 30 degrees, and so he's coming in quite good. I don't know if you're getting it now because I moved about 30 degrees on my antenna from you, Mike.
Oh, well, he's not 30 degrees from you. He's on the backside. You're in Belmont, aren't you, Phil? Russ?
Yeah, I'm in Belmont, so I have to move pointing to him about 30 degrees from you, over.
Yes, okay. Well, I'm sure you guys could chat, but did you hear anything from him on the last transmission, Ross?
Yeah, Roger, about 5 and 7.
Oh, okay, so you've got comm now. Why don't you guys say hello to each other, get acquainted, and then as long as you got almost identical Bozo numbers, just one in the 1,000 bracket and one in the hundreds. Go ahead, Phil.
Okay, Russ, K6KLY, that call is very familiar. Do you go to the Black Bear Diner on Wednesday by any chance?
No, I don't go to that. I know those guys, but I don't go to that, over.
Oh, okay. Well, it sounded familiar for some reason. Maybe I heard you on the Wind System or something like that, on the Insomniac Net or something like that.
Okay, well, you probably have worked me in the contest. I'm on for all the ARRL contests, over.
Oh, that might be it. Okay. Yeah, I work contests as well, too. 160 field day, and so, yeah, I probably picked it up that way.
All right, take care. Back to you, Mike.
Okay, very good. Well, anyway, you guys have got identical grid scores. Charlie Mike 87, right, Russ?
Yeah, Charlie Mike 87, United Mexico.
I'm Charlie Mike 87, X-Ray Juliet.
That's awful close. Okay, very good. All right, guys, let's see who else we have in the Bay Area. I think I got one or two more we're waiting for. WB6JNN, are you here, Jim? Oh, JNN again. How about W6PQL? What do we do? Talk so long they all got bored?
Did you fall asleep?
Was it?
You probably fell asleep.
Probably. Who was this? Who said they probably fell asleep? ID, please.
Whiskey Baker number 6, India Sugar Ocean.
WB6ISL. Okay, good evening, Phil. I mean, Dennis, sorry. We'll get up your way. Let me just pick up N6RO. I thought we'd have more callers here on 432 in the Bay Area, but they're missing tonight.
Yeah, you better know I've seen some of these stations out of the Bay Area over there. They weren't pointing my way, but I just go copy them.
1129 is here.
Okay, 1129. Good evening, Brett. Good evening. How are you?
Oh, good, Mike. Yep, I'm hanging out here. I was just listening. I couldn't tell exactly where you were, and I'm not on the internet.
Well, I'm pointed more or less in your direction, but heading toward Oakley there. But good to hear you. Let me move toward Oakley and see if we can get you both in here. This should be pretty close to you, Ken. Are you copying me, Ken?
Roger. K6MYC, N6RO, Bozo 835. High temperature 83. Dinner was sauteed chicken and string beans. And my eye is slowly getting better. Over.
Oh, good. A little bit less etching and a little bit less pain. Wonderful. Good to hear it. It's progressing probably at the rate that it should be. Were you hearing Brett? He's down in, he's near Gustine in a place called Newman. Over.
No, I just came in the shack. I just finished dinner.
Okay. Brett, are you copying Ken there, over?
No, I'm not. This antenna's in a fixed position for now, but by fall, I'm going to have everything switched around, so I will be able to move it in his direction then, but right now it's fixed.
Oh, I'll be darned. He's right up the road from you, though. That's the thing I thought he would be. Maybe you're off to the side so much in his pattern that you're in a weak spot there. Anyway, okay. Well, anyway, Brett, good to hear you. Thanks for checking in. Now, let's see if you hear anything of Ken. He's running about, I think you've got 600 or 700 watts, don't you, Ken?
Actually, about a kilowatt.
A kilowatt, so you should be hearing him, Phil. I mean, Brett.
Where is he?
Not a peep.
He's in Oakley.
Yeah, he's not
really
getting me here, unfortunately.
Not a peep.
Now, do you know where Oakley is?
Yeah, by Brentwood.
Yeah, so maybe, well, he can't rotate, Ken, so I guess it's a no-go tonight. He can't hear a peep of you even with your kilowatt, so you're not going to hear him either. It's really funny because he's just pounding in here. but he's line of sight to me across the valley here, over.
That's interesting. What's this call?
N5NPD, Newman Police Department.
Oh, okay. I'll check him out on QRZ. What is QTH?
Yeah, he's in Newman, just north of Gustine on Highway. What is that? Up the other side, Highway 5.
Oh, Newman. I thought you said Oakley. Yeah, I should be able to hear Newman. It's about the same direction as you.
Well, he's off to the side. If you were trying to point toward Los Banos, he would be west of Los Banos.
Yeah, I'll tweak it a little bit, but I don't think I didn't hear a trace.
Yeah, well, he's. What are you running for power, Brad?
50 whole watts.
Okay, 50 watts, and the antennas are what?
Oh, I think it's one of yours, 11 element.
11 element M squared and 50 watts. Pointed this way, fixed. Go ahead, Ken.
Yeah, well, and the problem is he's pointed your way, fixed. I can hear him talking, but I can't copy. So your antennas are very directional. And for Brent, I'm using 21 elements and a kilowatt at about 60 feet. Okay, Mike, see you on Friday night, and hope I can see better. I'm having trouble just reading anything on the screen or my cell phone, and I'm pouring wine on the counter instead of in the glass, you know. Can't see for shit. N6RO.
Well, hopefully you can see the SHIT that's on the table there. I do that. I pour milk out of a milk carton, and it goes on the counter right next to the glass. For some reason, I have the same problem. So don't feel like the Lone Ranger. Boy, that one-eyed crap is murder, isn't it?
Okay, no depth perception. Well, that's what it takes for us two old farts to age.
Yeah, that's for sure. All right. Now, he should be hearing you. He's running a kilowatt and an 18 element. No. It's a 21 element at 60 feet. And he's hearing traces of you, Brett. So you should hear him pretty well. I can't understand why you're not hearing him at all.
I hear some murmurs in the background, but I have zero noise here. So I just hear a faint murmur of a voice, but I can't understand what he's saying.
Okay, well, how high is the antenna, Brett?
Ooh, 20 feet.
Yeah, that may be you're picking up some house noise and some other stuff. You must have some terrible noise, because you should hear his kilowatt. He's got 13 dB more power than you have there, and he's tracing you. He's not copying you, but he's hearing you in there. So much for that. You guys should work easily in the future here. You get a little higher, and with rotation, you should be able to work him even without the rotation, however. All right. Thank you, Brett. 73s and 73s to you also, Ken. I'll get over there to Sacramento and pick up Dennis and the other gang over that way. Dennis is chomping at the bit there.
All right, Mike, 73.
Yeah, I think Brent's only problem is front to back, and your antennas are too good.
Well, yeah, but he's hearing noise from the front, from somewhere. I don't know why he's got so much noise there, but maybe it's something in the house. It's only 20 feet, though. So if it was up at 50 feet, it might be a lot cleaner and have a lot better signal-to-noise ratio on you. All right, 7-3, Ken. Have a good weekend. Hopefully the eye by Sunday night will be virtually back to no pain, no itch, and you can carry on as usual.
Thanks for the good wishes. We'll see you then, N6RO.
Roger. Okay, anybody else before I go to Sacramento? KD6WVL, how about you, John? Don't hear John tonight. Okay, here I go to Sacramento. Who was that? Go ahead, Dennis.
Okay, I'm with you here. This whole WD6 ISO Bozo 86 and other stations working down there in not Oakley, but the other stations. I can hear him off and on up here, even. And hello to Ken if you're listening. And 756 would like to get checked in. He was just in and out at 756, and if you check him in. And also N1 Papa. I did work him a little bit earlier. And number 336, he would also like to get checked in. Over.
Yeah, there's Larry in there. Can you hear Larry's CW there, Dennis? I can't copy you through the CW QRM. Larry's so strong. You're very weak tonight, Dennis. Are you really pointed at me?
I don't think you're so pointed up toward the Sacramento area there, Mike. Sure where your antennas are at. Or that, or somebody just shut the band off completely. Over.
No, I'm pointed right at you, Dennis.
Oh, there you are. Now your turn came back. Boy, it's faded right on down, nothing. Yeah, anyway, did you get the check-ins that I had?
Yeah, I got them. 336, 160, and 756. And let me say this. 657. Roger, Larry. Larry can be S9 here on CW, and he doesn't hear me.
Yeah. Well, I don't hear them, Johnny. If they move their antennas this way, then they're very loud. Like when I work with Richard, we generally work back and forth. He can work 15, 20 over S9 signals. But when he's going the other way, not too much. But anyway, that's the check-ins I had. 756 was here a little bit. Bill. I don't know, Bill, KO6KD, he might be there somewhere. Where you at, Bill? Okay, there you are. You're up to bat there. I want to say good evening to you before you leave, and I haven't heard Paul. Paul's around there somewhere, I'm sure. Anyway, good evening, Bill. Hopefully everything's doing fine for you over there.
Paul is in British Columbia.
Okay, Mike, I'm live. WB6 ISO.
Paul is in British Columbia. He's got a weak signal down here, even on 40 meters high.
Okay,
Okay, I don't hear Bill yet. KO6KD, where are you, Bill? Give me some voice so I can peek on you. K6MYC.
Yeah, I'm starting to hear you better, Mike. Okay, good evening, Dennis. 7-3. KO6KD, Bozo number 776. Kilo Oscar, 6 Kilo Delta, Bozo 776. Give you a little more chatter there, Mike. See if you can get the antenna pointed towards me. Over.
Yeah, this should be pretty close.
Yes, you've come up quite a bit now. Are you copying me now?
Yeah, I heard you anyway, but it was just really weak. And it wasn't Q5, so we got you fine now. Sorry we missed you this morning. We did listen. Phil was weak, so I assumed that you were also having poor conditions. We did talk to Bob. Had Bob in here for 5 and 8, for 5 and 7 to 5 and 8 for about 20 minutes. But he was on a short fuse as he wanted to pull his crab pots up and get on the move. He's moving to San Juan Island. He should be there tonight. So he'll be on tomorrow, hopefully. But he'll be in the harbor, so God knows what he'll be faced with noise there. Anyway, looks like he's going to be home by Sunday. So maybe we have nothing else. We'll hear him on Sunday or Monday morning for sure. KO6KD in the group, K6MYC.
Yeah, I was there till I got in early. I was listening to the fellow over there on 138 from Colorado, and I could not hear many of the guys he was talking to. And I was looking at the solar flux and everything. I said, "Oh God, this is going to be a rotten day." And then 8:30 came around. A little bit after 8:30. What was that? I thought I heard you once or twice, but outside of that, no. There was anything at all. It was just faint, super faint voices. And so I said, well, I've been here long enough. Good night. And I left.
Well, I chatted with Mark for about 10 minutes, KAI7D, and he was strong. Phil was in, but Phil had to go get on the road to his sister's place or over to pick up his sister or something. So they left. They came in and went pretty quickly. And so there you are. I don't know. We were there when you were looking, but you may have timed it wrong not to hear Mark. And then Bob popped in about probably about 7:45. I 8:45. I wasn't looking at the clock, but he was about 15 minutes late. And then I worked a whole bunch of other people. I worked at least 5 or 6 other stations in British Columbia and Oregon and Washington. I couldn't get off. One guy after another was calling for reports and so on. I worked a guy in Utah and all that. So I was working people like crazy. One guy was running 10 watts to his mobile in British Columbia, and I was hearing him over.
Well, I guess it does help when you've got a full-size antenna up in the air, basically tickling the clouds. So, yeah, my antenna is oriented north and south, which means that it favors east and west. I set it up for the areas that I thought I'd get the greatest amount of DX out of, and so I'm automatically at a disadvantage for everybody going north and south on 40 meters, and obviously I ain't going to go turning it, so it is what it is, and it does fine at times, but it did not today. So, well, anyway, I'll be up again tomorrow, God willing, and we'll give it another try. It should, honestly, I really think things are going to start to get more back to the way they were several months ago, where we've just got really good conditions all the time on 40, so I fully expect that. Enough said, you're running late, and I'm making you even a little further. John's waiting in the wing, so 7-3 for now. Catch you next time. KO6, KD.
Okay, big fade, but you're still Q5. All right, 7-3, Bill, we'll see you in the morning. And you might stick around a little longer. I was on for at least an hour. I was on till, at least at 10 o'clock or near 10 o'clock before I got off the band. I was trying to get off, but I kept getting calls and calls and calls. And I was bouncing back and forth between the log periodic for Utah, and all the other callers were from Washington, Oregon, and British Columbia. 7-3, KO6KD, K6MYC. Looking for Redding. Are you in there, Rich? KD6SW? Who was that? I heard 657. Is that you, Larry? Let me go to Nevada. Oh, let's see. John, are you here? I hear you, but give me a little more chatter so I can peek on you.
Yeah, this is KR6MR Bozo 759. 657, over to Bozo.
I've got your 657, Larry. We've been hearing you for half an hour here. You're not hearing me, however, over.
No, I didn't hear you. I did hear you on live feeds that you copied me, but I didn't get you on the radio until now, over.
Yeah, anyway, we've got you checked in. I'm just finishing up with John in Meadow Vista, and we'll come back in your direction in about a minute and a half, okay?
Yeah, listen for Richard. He's in there with his 7 watts on CW. He's been trying to call you, too.
Well, I know, but I'm not pointed up your way. I'm running a little late this evening. We had some long discussions with some people in the Bay Area, and that made me a little bit late here, over.
Anyway, Richard is out there. You can listen for him. KD6BQ, he got 7 watts on CW. Listen.
I hear him. I work him several times. I hear you, Richard. Good, Roger. I got you, Roger. Very strong. So we got 249 checked in. Let me go back and get John, and we'll come up your way in just a second. Okay, down your way now. This should be pretty close to you, John. I'm sorry about that. KR6MR, K6MYC, over.
Yeah, good evening, Mike. K6MYC, KR6MR, Bozo 759. Nice copy now. Go ahead.
Yeah, good copy here, too. There's some QSB on the band, so you're liable to take 1 or 2 big fades through the course of this, but for the most part, it's holding up nicely. Good copy here. And no real problems. But Larry's been trying to get in for quite a while. I've heard him since I was in the Bay Area, pounding away at me from Nevada. And we also got Richard in there on CW. So we have 2 CW stations in Nevada. And I'm also listening for CW from Redding. So hopefully I can hear the difference here. I wanted to get them in the log so they don't send any more CW and I can pay attention to any other CW will be rich. KD6 Sugar Whiskey in Redding. KR6MR and the group K6MYC.
Yeah, Mike, I didn't let you go. Transmission, and I've got a bunch of stuff I've got to do. I'm running late tonight on my chores. So I'll see you Sunday night. K6MYC in the group, KR6MR73.
Okay, 7-3, John. 7-3. We'll see you Sunday night. Have an enjoyable weekend. Hopefully the temperature will hold down where it is here. See you on Sunday night. KR6MR, K6MYC. Anybody else in the Sacramento direction and all the way up to Redding? QRZ, Bozo Net.
803, course code.
I hear you, Dan. 803, hang on. Redding. 80, the KD6SW. Redding. Are you in there, Rich? K6MYC. Okay, I don't hear him, Dan. So how are you doing? And I have not heard Dane tonight yet.
Yeah, I won't tie you up. I know you're just super busy. Dane is off on a road trip somewhere, and he's not got any radios with him. He said he's been gone for 7 to 10 days.
Yeah, I think he's headed over to the coast, and he's taking his wife's car or something. So, yeah, he doesn't have any radios. No problem. Thanks for checking in and filling in for the lost soul, Dane. Over.
Okay, Roger.
I'm about to have you go up and see what's wrong with Frank. I haven't heard from him for a couple of weeks.
Oh, is that right? Okay, well, let me know if you need anything on that.
Well, I don't know how far he is from you. He should be here tomorrow. He said he did send me a text Monday, I think, and said he would be at the chiropractor's on Tuesday. He would see us Wednesday. He did not show, nor did we hear from him. Today, Thursday, he had his sanitation pickup day, so I knew he wouldn't be here today, but I didn't hear from him. Again, I asked him to call and give us an update, and didn't get a call or a text, so maybe he's got something wrong with his cell phone. And if he's not here tomorrow, then I'm definitely going to have somebody go up there and see what's going on. But thanks much, Dan. KM6HK, K6MYC.
Okay. Yeah, any excuse to go over there. I need to go and check my battery water on my solar unit up there anyway, so let me know.
Well, if you want to go up there, I would say head up there before about 9:30. He should be getting ready to leave if he's coming down. He'll still be there at 9:30. He doesn't usually get here before 10:45 or 10:30. Over.
Yeah, okay. I'd want to contact him first or something. He's kind of particular about people on the property. Okay, 7-3.
Well, you won't get on the property if it's gated and closed. You're not going to get in anyway. But yeah, you can call him first. I'm just not getting through. He just the answering machine comes on and says, "Leave a message, bye."
All right. Well, if you're not getting through, I'm not getting through.
Well, again, I don't know what will happen tomorrow. I don't do it every day. I don't bug him every day. Yesterday or today, like I say, I knew he wasn't coming anyway, but I did call him yesterday and say, "Give us an update," and no answer. So I don't know what's going on, but I'm kind of concerned that something's gone wrong up there. He's lost his phone or something.
Yeah, Roger. Okay, 7-3, back to net.
7-3. Okay, Redding, one more time. KD6SW, K6MYC, over. 145 Redding, I got you. That's Q3, but I've got you. Good to hear you. Thank you, Rich. Good to hear you from Redding. Q3, over. Okay, I've lost lost you again now, but we got your 145. Thank you, Rich. Thank you for checking in here on 432 from Reading. Shows you we have a path. And I did hear your sideband. KD6 Sugar Whiskey, K6 MYC, clear and going to Nevada. Okay, here we are back up to Nevada. Should be pretty close for you, Richard. KD6BQ, K6 MYC, over. KD6BQ, K6 MYC. Nothing from Richard at the moment. KE7UQL, KE7UQL, K6 MYC.
There is 272, KE7UQL.
Okay, very weak tonight, Daniel. I could probably swing the antenna back and forth and get a peek on you. The antenna seems to be very directive tonight. The signals are not diffused, they're coming direct, so I have to be right on you to hear you. So make a longer transmission and I'll peek on you, Daniel. KE7UQL, Carson City area, K6 MYC.
Okay, Roger. We'll give you a bit longer shadow. We'll tell you about the hailstorm we had earlier. That could be the problem.
Okay, well, it's just as if I don't have a rotator. I can't hear any difference from 355 to 10 degrees. So about 15, 20 degrees, no change. So who knows? Anyway, good to hear you, Daniel. Thank you very much for being there. I appreciate it. I wish we had better conditions. You'll probably come roaring up here in a minute. I did have Larry in here earlier. He's probably going QRT, but let's see. Larry, are you copying me now? N7 Whiskey Tango, K6 MYC. Nothing from Larry. How about Richard? How about you, Richard? Let me see if I can find you. KD6BQ, Kilo Delta 6 Bravo Queen, K6 MYC. Over. I heard your CW, so I know you're still in the shack, but it's very, very weak, very poor at the moment. CW, but it's coming and going. It's very poor conditions here all of a sudden after dark. So we probably would have been better off doing this earlier. Thank you, Richard. Thank you for getting out there and checking in. I'm sorry we don't have any comm here of any note. We do have communications, but it's very weak. 73s, I've got your 249, and we've got Larry in here, 657, Roger, and we do have Daniel, also very, very weak tonight. So conditions are poor going over the Sierras tonight. KD6BQ in the group, K6MYC, 73. Roger, TNX to you as well. TNX, solid copy, but very, very light. KD6BQ and the group, 73, K6MYC. Bye-bye, dit.
87UQL, 73.
Yeah, now you're up a little bit, Daniel, coming up a little bit. We probably just caught a big null here. Anyway, 73s, Daniel. Thank you, and we'll see you Sunday night.
Roger. Good night.
Yeah, here you come, like you're in the room with me now. Have a good weekend. Enjoy your weather. What's the weather going to be? Do you have any idea?
We have thunderstorms. We had a hailstorm an hour ago, over.
Oh, you're having fun up there. We haven't seen anything like water or moisture coming from the air except humidity. It was 60%, 60+% humidity today. So a good thing it wasn't hot. It would have been miserable out there. Over.
Roger, Roger. Yes, the ground is all wet. That's probably part of the problem. Over.
Yeah, okay. Well, weird weather this year. Sun's doing weird stuff. The weather's doing weird stuff. Okay, take care, my friend. KE7UQL 73 K6MYC.
KE7UQL.
Okay, I'm going back to the Bay Area for late checks and missed. Okay, here we are in the Bay Area, looking for W6PQL, or WB6JNN, KB6BA, KB6BA, WB6JNN, W6PQL, KF6QCH, AB6SR. Anybody in the Bay Area, please. K6MYC, calling and listening for late checks and missed. And no answers. Bummer. PQL played golf today. Maybe he fell into a gorge and can't get his golf cart out of the gorge there. Hopefully not. All right, 7-3 all. Rob, are you here? Let me ask you, Aaron, you must know what Rob is tonight. Is he on an Aries net or something?
I haven't heard anything from Rob.
That's weird for Rob to be missing like that, isn't it? I mean, he would check in if he was at Marcus's. He can't check in from Larry's, but they wouldn't be there anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I could go check the Aries schedule. It's the it's the fourth Thursday. I got to go. It's possible it's an Aries meeting.
Maybe it's a separate meeting somewhere rather than being home. Maybe that's why he's not even home. That's probably what it is. He probably said something about it last night, but I don't remember. Anyway, I don't know. I think I'll check him in based on he expected he should be here, and he would be here if it wasn't for this conflict with too many nets. All right. Good evening to you. Did you hear any of the discussion with Ed and the AI thing?
No, I wasn't completely paying attention, and I did just pull up the website. Yeah, it looks like the Fresno County Aries group meets down here in Fresno on the fourth Thursday, so he's probably in town.
Yeah, okay, very good. Let me see here. Where do I want to point this for Monday? I should leave it right here. Anyway, I was just going to comment. Ed has been doing a lot of work on the computer, and he's having AI write code for him. He's got into a website. You start off with OpenAI.com. OpenAI, you've probably heard the name of that. It's a big company. And he's been working with Trump and other people to keep everything really going strong and going in the right direction on the AI thing. I can't remember his name, but I don't think it's Sachs, but it's somebody like that. Anyway, apparently there's some really good stuff. You can write a little code, and you can have your computer read back to you what's on the screen. It talks to you. And a lot of verbal. It might be handy for me, so I can go to websites and have it read back to me through AI. Over.
Oh yeah, a lot of that stuff is progressing. Of course, none of it's really AI. It's more of these large language models. But of course, AI is the buzzword that they want to call this stuff. But yeah, there's a bunch of different competing products out there. I mean, shoot, I used one today to write a script. So yeah, it's useful. The problem is the generation behind me. Some people are becoming too reliant on it, and they're going to be a bunch of idiots because they're not going to know how to do anything.
Yeah, if you let AI do all that stuff, you don't learn how to do it. You might learn it once, but if you don't know the mechanism, like long division, if you haven't done long division, you're in deep trouble without a calculator, aren't you?
Well, and the other problem is a lot of these AI products can be very confidently wrong. And so you at least need to know how to proofread, and you need to know, at least how to read the code that it's producing. So it's going to be interesting to see how it develops, but some people are getting bit by it because they'll deploy something without checking it first.
Yeah, well, almost all the sites that we went to today, and we were sent there by a red light therapy chiropractor doctor's office about glaucoma. We typed in frequency medicine for glaucoma treatment or for glaucoma, and came up with a whole bunch of stuff. We also typed in some of the websites that they sent us, and every one of the websites that we tried, red light T, RLT.home is red light therapy for home use, and it's a broad title, and it has lots of categories, but almost every one of them is AI, and you have to get into AI, and then you ask the AI person or the thing says, tell me what you want to look up, and we'll simplify it for you. We'll read it quickly and summarize what you've asked us to go look at and see if that is what you're looking for. Over.
Yeah, well, and of course now when you search for stuff on Google, the first thing that comes back is an AI response, and you have to scroll past it to actually get the stuff you want. So, yeah, all these companies are trying to bake it into everything and shove it in our face whether you want it or not.
We originally started at DuckDuckGo, but it got very complicated, very time-consuming, because it has a lot of stuff that you should read first before you use it, protection stuff, and I didn't care. I just want to read the article. I'm not going to exchange information with them and all that, and it was for business, financial, government, and medicine, and I was dealing with the medicine part of it, but I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to ask a question. What do you know about this, and what do you know about that? And I don't have to give any personal details to know whether they've got answers or not. So, but it was through DuckDuckGo, but they had so many of their own protections or protections for us that it was just be voluminous to read and tedious. Over.
Oh yeah, Roger. Well, hopefully you're able to find what you're looking for at some point.
Well, I was trying to get to a site that had at least some basic information, and I was going to send it to my eye doctor. Same guy that just put cataract lenses in for Mike over there, AAJ, Dr. Remington. He sits on the board of directors of the Glaucoma Foundation, and he should know about this stuff, but he's not. I don't think he would class himself as a researcher. He's a worker, a doer, and he knows his stuff, no question about it. And he does 40 or 50 cataract operations every day, et cetera, but I don't want to miss something. I don't want to miss the chance to get into a study or a trial if there's some hope that I can either slow this down or start to reverse some of this vision loss. Over.
Yeah, and that's, I have a feeling for a lot of those medical professionals, it's hard for them to keep up with all the stuff that's changing, and even in their own fields, because, they're busy with patients.
Well, no question about that, but he still should be on top of his game.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. And I know there's a lot of stuff out there to, try to help those guys, keep up with stuff.
Again, what I was going to feed him was things that looked like it had possible for me, and just say, could you scan this and see if this is BS or whether there's some hope here, or do you know anything about this, or can you send me to another site that has more details, or. And in one case, we got to a site called RLT Home, or Red Light Treatment Home, and then up popped an advertisement for a whole bunch of red light treatment machines, whole body things, 3 or 4 different sizes of whole bodies, and then all the way down to just facial stuff and so on. So they got it for all kinds of treatment. But I don't want to put stuff in my eyes until I know that my doctor says, no, it's not going to hurt you, or it's a waste of time. Over.
Roger. Well, yeah. So some of the stuff just probably isn't curable on this side of heaven.
Well, it will be, but I'm just hoping that we can catch the leading edge of a breakthrough. 70 million people in the world have glaucoma, so there's a lot of money to be made if somebody can hit the right combination. Over.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Yeah, it's one of those things that's affecting a lot of people.
Well, and I can tell you from a personal standpoint, I don't want to lose any more eyesight. I'm getting to the point where I'm sometimes in dark rooms and stuff, or just sitting in a slightly darkened area. I can close my eyes and open my eyes, and I don't see any difference, and I'm looking at my sink. Over.
Yeah. Well, and it's one thing if you grew up blind, but you're slowly losing what you had.
Yeah, that's even harder at our age. It's harder to compensate and react and stuff. That's the biggest problem. Anyway, it was interesting what Ed came up with this business of being able to read articles and have the AI read it to you or converse with them about it. He seemed to be quite enthused about its results and so on, but he isn't looking into these delicate issues of things that are leading edge technologies.
So Rob just texted me, and he said he forgot to tell me that he had an Aries meeting tonight, and I told him, well, yeah, we just figured that out.
Yeah, tell him he's signed in, and he can call me when he gets home, and we'll give him a number. Over.
Okay, that works.
Well, what I'll have Judy do is maybe make up the chart. She can do this one. It's not too bad. There's about 25, 30 check-ins maybe at the most. She can do this, and she can forward it to him on the Bozo log.
Oh, yeah. I had a pretty good night for 432.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. We missed one major one in the Bay Area. KB6BA usually checks in with a big signal, but he's getting ready for a microwave thing, some field testing that they're going to do locally in the Bay Area, and he may be already setting up for that and not wanting to stop what he's doing. And the other one that was missing was Jim, W6PQL, who was a regular, of course. He should have been in there. Otherwise, we got most everybody. I think we missed KB6RQU in Lake Isabella. He should have been in. So we could have had 3 or 4 more without pushing the envelope much. Over.
Roger. Yeah, well, we gotta keep those numbers up. So I got an email from the ARRL today, and it was their normal. They do like a weekly email newsletter, and they actually mentioned the thing about the 440 band and the satellite thing, and how they put a comment into the FCC, but of course they put this in the newsletter after the deadline. So apparently the ARRL did something, but they didn't do a very good job of telling people about it. Apparently, this company was claiming to not be using the 440 band over the U.S. Well, the ARRL has evidence that they were, in fact, causing interference on our band over North America. So they definitely were very happy to tell the FCC that they were technically violating the use of their temporary use permit for the 5 satellites that they currently have up, and they were indeed causing interference, and people were detecting it over the U.S. So we'll see what happens.
I think that was from the September launches of the 3 birds that they put up, and I believe that they were doing testing in areas that could have caused, and probably did in this case, interference, just to confirm that, yes, oh my God, we can't do that. Like the FCC said, you would got to cease and desist if you cause interference in the U.S. because you don't have any room to operate in this area. Well, anyway, at least they talked about it. And the AWL put a little word in there that they did notice them there and noticed that they were interfering. Is that what you said? The AWL sent that to the FCC?
Yeah. Apparently, people were paying attention when those things were launched, and they were discovering that some of those satellites were using our band, the whole orbit, and they were not, even though there's only 5 ground stations and they're nowhere near North America, they were detecting, the usage of the signal over the United States. And if they're just using it for telemetry during launch, that's fine. But they're getting ready to launch another like 240 something of these things. So might be a little bit of chatter there for a bit. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. I still don't think the sky's falling, and there's definitely people keeping an eye on it. And if they push it too far, I'm sure the FCC will shut them down.
Yeah. Okay. At least they said something about it. That's good to know, and late as it may be. We may have missed their comment. Maybe they had something as early as last September when the launches occurred. I don't know. I can't read the notices that they send, but other people would have seemed like other people would have commented on it. Anyway, thanks for the update, Aaron, and thanks for telling us where Rob is tonight. And we'll see you sometime maybe Sunday night. Have a good weekend. Enjoy. I think you're going to do a little bit of routing around with the kids and stuff. K6USY and whoever else still left, this is K6MYC and Delta Mike 07, closing the 432.1 Bozo Net. Who is it? Somebody 7. I heard a 757 or something. Go ahead. Can you hear that through the stream, Rob? Aaron?
Yeah, it's very weak, and I'm not hearing it down here, so I don't know what direction it's coming from.
I don't either. The station calling, if you can tell us where you are or give us a Bozo number or something, and I can point at you, but you're very light, so we need repeat your call or your Bozo number or your location so I can point in your direction. Please repeat. This is Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie in Central California near Fresno, standing by. Over.
Somebody was chatting up north or something. I don't see anything now.
You got me over in mode 1 again. I think it's Gary, WB6WNI. Is that you, Gary? Over.
USL. It is me.
Okay, yeah, I got you. Well, you came way up on the last one. I don't know what you did, but you're very readable now. Thanks for calling in at the closing of the net here. We got one more in here, 1090. 1090, we got you. And how are you doing?
November India 1090. Back to you.
We doubled, Gary. So I didn't get any of yours, and you didn't get any of mine. I just said, how are you doing? We got your 1090, and thanks for checking in just as we were closing the net. Over.
Oh, thank you, Mike. Yeah, I would just say thank you for taking the effort to find me. So anyway, 73 and have a nice evening. K6MYC. WB6WNI.
Now I'm getting more and more of a peek on you. It takes me a minute to find you. Path is always a little different from one night to the next here. And this is a very narrow pattern antenna, but we got you good copy now. Thanks for calling in. Even late is better than not at all. The only one we're missing now is W6PQL. So it may be that he's not home tonight. 7-3, Gary, and we'll see you Sunday night. Thanks very much for getting in there quickly. WB6WNI in San Jose, Campbell, K6MYC.
Yeah, good evening, Mike, and thanks again. 73, K6MYC, WB6WNI.
Roger, 7-3. So there you go. Aaron, it did pay off to stay on here.
Yeah, sometimes it pays off to chit-chat for a little bit, but very good. Yeah, well, we've definitely been enjoying the cooler weather, so I think we're going to take the kids to the zoo on Saturday, enjoy the cooler weather, and then probably just hang low for the afternoon. So, yeah, we'll catch you back on Sunday on 2 meters, K6USY.
Look for you then. Have a good weekend with the kids, and we'll have a relaxing weekend here, I hope, as well. It was. I hope to see Frank down here. I've got 5 or 6 projects that are hanging fire waiting on him. So hopefully he'll be showing up for me here pretty quick. K6USY, K6MYC, Central California, DM07, clear and closing. Good night.
73, and good night to everybody on YouTube. K6USY, Delta Mike is 06.